to Krista's Curated Life. Today we are going to be going over what sold February 23rd through March 1st. I sold 26 items. I think only 25 are on here, so I don't know what happened. I sold 19 of those items on eBay, 6 on POSHMARK. I swear POSHMARK just like fell off. Not great. And then 1 on MERCARI. So let's start let's go through a few other things. So 18 of the 26 items sold in 90 days. And of those, 12 sold in 30 days, which I operate off of a high sell-through rate sourcing method. So it's a little bit of volume, a little bit of high sell-through rate. So basically I want to get items and sell them really quickly. So starting off with a bang with something that did not sell quickly at all. I think this sold after like 8 months. This is an Ofra eyeshadow. I got this in an Ipsy box, never used it. And I was like, you know what, let me see if I can sell it. So it sold for $10.95, and after fees, cost of goods and everything, I made $4.64. I had it. These are super easy to list because you just scan the barcode. So would I list this again? Actually, probably yes, because hard goods like this are super easy to sell. The second thing I sold on the 23rd is this Victoria's Secret studded teddy. Some people don't like, I've talked about, I love selling Victoria's Secret. Some people are like, oh my gosh, I would never buy that online. It doesn't matter. Even if I would never buy it online, someone might. So this one I actually bought for $4.99 at a regular Goodwill, and it sold after 5 days. I probably should have marked this one higher, honestly. It sold for, this one was a small, so I was a little bit nervous about it. It sold for $23.25. After fees, cost of good, I only made $10.46. I probably should have marked that one higher, and to be honest, that's kind of the theme of this week. A lot of these sold really quickly, and I'm like, maybe I could have got a little bit more money out of it, but I'm happy to get it. Happy to take the money, I guess. This one is also sold on the 23rd. It's a Craftswoman's base layer. I'm not going to get into this much because this one is already in the process of being returned, which is a super bummer. I made $10 on it. I had it listed for like 12 days or something. This actually had like a 10% sell-through rate. The only reason I picked this brand up is I got it at the bins. And I mean, I think I accepted like a $15 offer on it. And the only reason I picked it up, I didn't check the sell-through rate, is because I live in the Midwest, and Craft is a pretty popular like outdoors brand, and I grew up Nordic skiing, and a lot of people wear Craft, and I know Craft is really expensive. So I priced it lower because the sell-through rate is bad, and the woman was really sweet because on my eBay, I pay for return shipping, and she was like, it just doesn't fit. I would like to cover the shipping back. I pay for it. It's really not a big deal. I think it's going to sell again because it sold too quickly. Famous last words. Okay. The next one is these Kendra Scott drop earrings. I got a haul from Discount 70. I think I bought 41 pairs of earrings. I dropped like $250, $300. I don't remember how much. But I should make a video of like what sold off of those. So this one I didn't get very much for. It was $18.81. And like I said, this was a volume of things. I actually don't remember. I think I have several of these, and so they were super easy to list. I ended up only making $4.37, but I have a bunch of them. They were super easy to list. I'm okay with, smaller margins. Although I did have $6 into it. So I did not double my money, but I definitely have on other things. So also on the 23rd, this is the first Poshmark sale. This Eileen Fisher 100% silk tank top. It is an extra large, which is really great. It actually sold after a day. I think this one sold on an offer to watchers for $28, and I ended up making $20.40. That one I honestly maybe could have gotten a few dollars for, but I priced it fairly for what the market was. So maybe just good pricing. The first one on the 24th, this is an eBay sale. This is, I've mentioned in a few what solds, my mom and dad had gotten me, they'd gone thrifting, and this is one of the items they picked out. So Echo Eterna La Jolla stainless steel. 5 different soup spoons. They're mid-century modern. I had these listed since August. So they've taken a while to sell, and I think this one was a promoted listing. I don't know what my parents paid for them, but I ended up selling them for $25.58. And so because I had no cost of goods into it after fees and shipping, it was $15.16. To be honest, I think each of these like weekly what sold has had something that my parents got me on it. So Mom, I know you're watching this. Dad, I know you're watching this. Good job, I guess. Even though some of them took a while to sell, they are selling. So the next thing to sell was on the 24th. This is on Poshmark. It's the Duluth Artisan Hemp Organic Cotton. These are like hemp, organic, cotton, like 3 keywords. And one of the reasons I got this, it was an XL. If I see Duluth button-ups in an XL, preferably like 2XL or larger, and I see a lot of them at our bins because like I said, I'm in the Midwest, so we have a lot of outdoor brands. I pick it up. I actually thought this one was a men's piece, and when I was doing the Google Lens of it, it said women's. So this one was definitely an offer to likers. I probably had it listed for like 22. It sold quicker than I thought it would. It did have 100% sell-through rate. It sold after like 15 days for $17. So I ended up taking home $11.60 out of that. Our first sale on the 25th was this Soma push-up bra. I have size 36B, which is a good size. This one I should have priced more. However, it sold after 2 days, which is really great. I priced a lot lower because this one had a terrible sell-through rate. And so with shipping, I bet you I sold this one for like $10 or $11 because with shipping and everything, it came to $15.52 and I took home $6.41, which like I said it a million times, bras are super easy for me to list. I'm okay. I'd like to make $10 off of them. So this is where I started selling things and I'm like, I have to be more selective about the sell-through rate of the type of bra that I'm picking up. The second sale on the 25th was also on eBay. It's this Zadig and Voltaire Tino Gold Foil shirt. I am actually shocked that this sold on eBay because there were a ton listed on eBay and not many sold. And there were a ton, not many listed on Poshmark, but a ton sold. And the disparity of like what they were priced for. So I think my margin on Poshmark, I actually had it priced like $20 more on Poshmark. So I probably could have gotten more for this. I feel like that's the theme of these. I probably could have gotten more. But it was listed for 2 days. And it sold for $39.71, which I really didn't think is bad. I bought this with consignment credit, a consignment store. I think they had like their 75% off sale. I'd seen it there at 20%. I'd seen it there at 50%. And when it hit 75, I was like, all right, today's the day. So I ended up making $29.20, which I was more than happy with. And I guess we're getting into like short t-shirt season. So I maybe could have gotten more money on Poshmark, but it was a good amount of money and things are like a little bit slower. And so I was like, I'll pick it up. The first sale on the 26th was on eBay. It's this Beta brand pants. Beta brand is in fact dead. For a while, there were a bunch of resellers that I follow and they're like, Beta brand is dead. And I was picking it up and it was still selling. This item was returned and I ended up offering, well, not even returned. I got a message from the buyer because I listed these as a medium and they were in fact a large. What the con is, these were in excellent condition. The buyer messaged me and she was like, hey, I actually already have these in large. Do you have the medium? I lost some weight and I was looking to go down a size, which is why I still pick up Beta brand because people really like it. I think that's done now. And so to not get an INAD, I just issued a full refund, said keep them, donate them. I had made $11, but then with shipping, I think I lost like $7. But I'll take that any day over an INAD case on eBay. INAD stands for Order not as described. Is it anyway, there's an acronym there. The next thing that sold on the 26th sold on Poshmark. It's this is actually a bundle. I am surprised that they sold a little bit quickly. These ones were an older one. So this is Incredible by Victoria's Secret Plunge Bra, 38C. I think I listed these for $24 and they sold on an offer to Watcher for $19 after 9 days. They were an older style, so I was a little bit worried about moving them. I say my average cost of goods at the bins is $2, so because there was 2 of them, it was $4. In reality, I paid less for that, but I just even it out. So I made $11.20. The next sale on eBay, this one I was so happy about. So I've talked about the consignment day where it was like 75% off. And this is when it was 50% off. I got there and the first day it was 50% off. I had a field day in that store. I got so much stuff. This is my favorite thing that I found this day. This is a Jenny Kane sweater dress. It was wool cashmere. Guys, I kid you not, I think I paid like $6 to $10 for this, which is absolutely nuts. And the reason I think I got it, and I can't even remember if it was already 50% off or what it was covered in pills, and it actually had like an oil stain about this big on the back. I looked into figuring out like what it would take to clean it up, and I just didn't have the materials, didn't want to pay to have it dry cleaned. And we're moving out of this season. Actually, wow, I'm surprised. This sold in 1 day. It wasn't my full asking price, but it was close. There were a ton listed on Poshmark and eBay and not many sold. So this is a classic, like I undercut the market, and I also had a flaw on this. So because we're leaving this season, it had a flaw. I was super excited. That was my first time getting Jenny Kane. I ended up being paid $92.57, and of that I took home $71.33 on a flawed item with like a big stain, but it was like on the bottom hem, and so I was not okay with it. It was like decent. So this one, the next item I sold on Poshmark on the 26th. This is a pair of Vince women's pants. They're the slim cigarette slacks. I bought these on a day. I actually paid $10.99 for them, which for me is paying up because I'm a bins girly. And I sold them for $32. I think I had them listed for like $48 or something. I did the math and someone sent me an offer like a little bit lower than 20% or something, and I countered, I think, to this price. But I've had this listed since September. This was my test of if I wanted to sell Vince pants that I didn't get at the bins, because Vince is a very high retail brand. I would not be surprised if these pants were over $150 to $200. And they were these ones wool? No, I don't think these ones were wool. They were a size 10 though. After fees and cost of goods, I ended up taking home $14.61. So I would contemplate picking it up again if it was at the right price. This next one, it was at the bins. I saw it was packed. I was like in my cart now. I love selling packed. Some of the things are getting a little bit oversaturated. And the con of this one is that they're a cropped legging. It was a large, which was good. I'm surprised, as I was like plugging in the numbers here, it sold the same day I listed it for my full listing price. So I get paid $22.64 and I took home $12.89. Probably could have priced it more. I'm sorry. I just want things to move. Our next sale on the 27th was a Poshmark sale. Oh, we had 2 kind of bummer ones in a row. It's this Soma bra. Full coverage. I need to do an analysis of like bras and what they sell for. I feel like full coverage is really good. 38D is a good size. I have had this one listed since the end of December. I took an offer. Actually, maybe this one was an offer to Lakers. Sold it for $14. I took home $9.05. This is closer to like my $10 profit margin on bras. So closer. This one, I don't know why I took this offer. Like, I don't know why. I think because I'm like, I'm not selling bras on Poshmark, and now I'm just like getting lowballed, and I'm like, I'll take it. So this one was the Victoria's Secret bra. This was the Line Perfect Coverage. I had good luck with that one. I didn't love the pattern on this one. Maybe that was because I didn't like it, that I was just like, take it. Actually, I think I want to say this person offered me like $10 and I countered to 12 and they took it. Or maybe we had back and forth. So I sold this one after 14 days for $12. I made $7.05. Not great. Good enough for me, apparently. On my first sale on the 28th was this pair of Roark men's athletic shorts. They sold on eBay. I have had these listed since the end of August. I got this pair at a local consignment store. They're 2XL, new with tags. Honestly, when I go to my local consignment, I'm always going to the men's section because I feel like the goodies are hiding in the men's. I don't know if men just aren't shopping there. But that's where I go through. If I have 10 minutes, I'm going through the men's side. I thought these had better comps. They didn't. So when someone offered me, I think like $25, because it ended up going for $29.57, I took it. I made $20.93. I don't have cost of goods into that one, just because I bought on my local consignment on credit. So obviously I paid something for it. Would I pick it up again? No, I would check the comps better. So this is my one and only Mercari sale, a testament that we are in golf season. Well, I guess I'm selling athletic shorts, so that kind of makes sense. We are in golf season. I sold this Grayson Golf men's polo. It was an XL. I liked the pattern. And I had this listed on September 11th, which I guess is probably the end of golf season, which is why the comps were probably, or the sell-through was probably 100%. So I was so surprised when I sat on this for like 5 months. And so I had this really sweet woman that's always at the bins when I go, and she gives me a bunch of really nice stuff. And so I had found one of these and she had found one of these. I looked up the sell-through rate and it was because her mom's a reseller, and I was like, no, you should keep this one. I'll keep this one. So I mean, I could have sold 2 Grayson polos, but this woman is so incredibly sweet and she's given me so much good stuff that I was happy to share the love. Kind of a bummer that it took so while to sell, but I sold this for $25 on Mercari because they only have like an 11% fee. I took home $20. I would pick it up again. This next sale on the 28th is also an eBay sale. This is the Free People Movement Happiness Runs crop tank. It sold after 8 days. This one is a bundle. I pick these up every time I get them. I'll even sell the single for like $12 or $14. I probably could have marked this one a little higher. I mean, we should have like drink every time Krista says I probably should have marked this higher, to be real. This one had a lot of attention and I ended up selling it for $24.04, which frankly, I'm like, these are the tank tops. They sell really well for me. I made $11.88. I counted my cost of goods as $4 because I ordered 2 of them and I got them at the bins. Obviously it was lighter than that. So this was a fantastic bins find. It sold after 1 week. This is a Burberry Brits men polo. This was in a super picked over bin, 100% cotton. It had the logo. I sold it for $57.47 and I made $40.20. Super excited. I think I woke up to that one and I was like, it's gonna be a good day. I sold another pair of Kendra Scott earrings. This is our last sale on the 28th. Sold it on eBay. These ones are just studs, but they went for $24.04, which is funny because they went for more than a few of the dangle ones that I talked about before, and so I thought those would go for more. I only had $4.50 into this one, and so I took home $11.66. This second to last one, the first one on March 1st, is a Smart Wool 100% merino wool base layer. Basically, every time I see these, I pick them up. They can have holes in them because merino wool, just the fine fabric, it can get holes in it really, really easily. Some people still sell it with holes. I'll still sell it with holes if I pick it up the bins and I miss one or something like that. They sold the same day I listed it. I paid $8.99 for it at a regular Goodwill. It sold for $30.13, and I took home $11.94. Our last sale, it was a little anticlimactic. It was a Soma Intimates black lace front underwire cami style bra, a 36A, which is a decently uncommon size. I don't find A's that often personally, but there's a bra out there for everyone. I think because of this style, I listed this one on September 30th. I think because it's not like a regular bra, you know, it's cami style. It's more interesting. I think that's why it took so long to sell. So it took like 5 months. It sold for $16.57 and I took home $7.62. I should really add up all my lame bra sales, but I bet you I probably made like $30 or $40. 40 might be ambitious. At least $30 in bra sales this week. I'm not complaining, y'all. So I had a total revenue of $712.30, and I made $422.18, which as a part-time reseller, I cannot complain with at all. I did have a few returns. I think I was like $100 shy of $2,000 in profit again this month. So that was a little bit of a bummer that I didn't make it. But I'm just so happy with how things have been selling, I guess. A lot of resellers have been saying that everything is dead, which I think is a little subjective. This may be, I mean, the US economy has been kind of like what's happening the past month. And so I think that's a testament to people not buying as many things. And a lot of the resellers that I follow online, they go for a higher average sale price. So, I mean, I guess with shipping, my average sale price was, what was it, $27.40. The real math of that is probably average $5 in shipping. So my average cost, like sold price, is probably like $25 or $22 before fees. So I'm taking like $16 home per piece. And so with resellers that have a higher average sale price, I think people, and this is my hunch, I have literally no proof, I think people are more hesitant to spend a lot of money on things that aren't crazy desirable. And so I think my lower cost of goods bread and butter is honestly carrying me at this point in time. Yes, I have a lot of volume to things, but I think there is a benefit to having lower price items. And that's kind of shining through right now, which I guess I'll be grateful for. So I'm excited to see how March turns out. I am currently in Florida on a work trip. I had nothing to do this evening, so I was like, let's just film a what sold video. And so I can tell you I've only made 3 sales this week because eBay is my only active store. So March may be a little bit slower just because I'm away a week for work. But I'm excited to see how much I can sell while I'm on my work trip. So thank you guys for watching this what sold video. I really appreciate if you stuck through the end. So comment one of your favorite pieces or surprising sale or something you sold this week. I'd love to chat with you guys in the comments. I'm just getting my channel off the ground. So if you could like and subscribe, it would mean the world to me. Thanks, y'all. See you soon. Bye.